And fine, who? But the other guy will tell you. Boy, when Singing Sandra living, but just so for stories. You drive in for story. You drive in for story.
Miss,
Mm.
there's 20.
Mm.
There's a different time.
And this no, but this is what make Morvant Trinidad unique. This is what makes us
understand that.
unique. So I'm giving you homework. Find
Mhm.
Singing Sandra and find who. But the other
Okay.
right? So
Yeah, I wasn't
you see,
aware- I wasn't
you see how
aware
I'm
of
trying to talk like a teacher now.
Yeah.
In Harrendale, yeah, we managed to locate Singing Sandra. We consider you part of the Move of Love magazine. You just hinted that you were also from Laventille, so maybe you could give a little of your background, your Laventille, moving up to Move background.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is move, Laventille move, eh? We'll try to separate it, that is what it is. I consider it one ghetto. I consider move Laventille as an island by itself, to be honest. I was born in 14 Belgrade Street, East Dry River, Mova. 14 Belgrade Street, East Dry River, Laventille. As you know, if you live in the States, you will tell you between where and where, between Laventille Road and Duke Street. I came to Harrendale Street at the age of 6. I spent my 7th birthday here. I went to Lower Mova Government for like about 6 months and went back to Rosedale RC, Shoulder Street, Laventille. Then on to ID High School, Trinidad Avenue, Belmont. So I stayed in Maria.
So where did you sing in, were you part of the church singing? Where did you sing in hit you when you involved?
Not really, you know. In school, like when they would have little school competitions and things like that, elementary school more so, I would take part and things, but at that age, I never really loved to feel I loved to sing. I think when I realized that I loved singing was when I reached about somewhere 10, 11, somewhere around there. Yes. Somewhere there, because then they started having Bloco and thing in Harrendale Street here, and all that was a part of helping me to realize that I loved singing that much and recognize that I had a voice.
So when was your most memorable as a youth coming up in terms of your figure? There's time to go really serious.
That didn't happen as a youth.
Okay.
That didn't happen as a youth. I mean, I was still young, but it didn't happen as a youth.
And predominantly Calypso, right?
Actually, I started in West Village. I started in West Village in Lower Mova Way of Life, which we started as an old man's band. Andrew Griffith and Associates, he's now deceased, rest his soul in peace. They were really based in Ammon Drive, better known as 9th Story. And but the majority of people in the band were from the 4th Story. 4th Story had an abundance of talent. We had people here playing with strollers, people, Keith Salcedo from Torpedoes, all came from Handel. And we formed this group going into West Village. We went into West Village with 20 people, 1982.
You remember the name of the group?
Lower Mova Way of Life.
Lower Mova, okay.
And we went in with 20 people and placed 8, which was, you know, like, hey, this little group, I mean, people with 50, groups with 50 people, and we didn't have all the musical instruments and whatever, but we had a good working team and talented people. From there, we decided to invite Scouting for Talent, was roaming different areas, and we invited them in 9th Story there.
Scouting for Talent.
Scouting for Talent.
As in Holly? Yeah, okay.
And that was my first time really standing and, you know, singing in a competition. Per se, I didn't place, but was well accepted and received by people.
Accomplishments. Did you see yourself? Did you saw the progression? I mean, you know,
when I won my first Monarch, I was already accomplished because I won Carry Festa Queen, Carry Festa Monarch, which was regional. I won Calypso Queen of the World in St. Martin. I won Queen of the Universe, 92 in Dominica. I had a lot of Calypso, National Calypso Queen. and all that was already. I didn't win Calypso, National Calypso Monarch until 99.
Okay.
I'm still the only female to have ever won it on 2 occasions, which was 99 and 2003.
Oh, and you have a space in between. So within that time, after 99, that little curve, was that material? Was it stiff competition? And basically you're showing a determination to come back and win it like 4 years later. So what was that?
It was just working as usual. Let me tell you something. You go out there, you could do and people could tell you, you could sing like an angel or whatever. You didn't make it. What I can say is that I was consecutive there for 15 years in the finals. You know, so.
Oh, you were in the finals consecutively 15 years? What are you doing? Are you still in the
Yes,
field?
I am.
So how did it go? How is it going with you in terms of?
Well, last year I was very sick. I was in the hospital. I spent 23 days in the hospital, carnival time. So last year I really didn't sing. I sang like 2 nights in the tent. This year, with God's grace, God's help, and God's blessing, I was on my feet again. I was among the semi-finalists. Unfortunately, I didn't make it to the finals. But let me tell you something. Calypso for me is not what it is for everybody else. Calypso for me is an ordination. I am spiritual Baptist. I am also a practicing Orisha. And I allow God, I leave God to choose my path for me. And this is the path He chose for me. Right? He blessed me with a voice, He blessed me with the talent to perform, and He didn't bless me with the talent to write calypsos. I can sit and write an entire play for you and incorporate music in there, but to say like putting melody to words, God didn't give me that gift. Okay. And I'm fighting Him now because He has given me so many before, many others. Yeah. You know? So my gift and my ordination from God is to go out there and preach the gospel through Christ. Okay. Right? And by extension, defend and highlight the people, the lesser people that doesn't have a voice. You know, use my forum to highlight the plight, or we call quote unquote ghetto people. So that is the blessing and God placed on me. That is my ordination in Calypso. So Calypso for the people, I mean, in competition, I may know for a fact, and everybody know that I have a better song than your song. Everybody know for a fact that I am a better performer than you are. And we'll see it happen on the night. And lo and behold, when the results come out, they are different. So I have grown so accustomed to that, that don't really
I saw that too,
And I look at the bigger picture of my blessing than just that. Because, I mean, right now, let me tell you something, Calypso is about money. And I am glad and thankful to God that God gave me this, because Singing Sandra is a household name in many countries you go, not just Trinidad and Tobago. I could tell you Guyana, Anguilla, Antigua, Grenada, St. Vincent, and I could go on and on. Well, Singing Sandra is a household name. Right? And so when I die, I know my name will live on and I will always be made reference to. You know, but just for the money and just here singing about politics and who knows you, what? And when you're dead, somebody else spending the money, and what song she that sing again, what song he that sing again, I can't remember. No.
So that's what
I want to leave masterpieces.
Yeah, that's what we're coming to now. In your two titles, the first was what song did you sing? Or was, I guess it's
Voices from the Ghetto and Song of Healing.
Song of Healing, 99.
That was 99.
Okay, and what did you sing in
2003 was Ancient Rhythm and For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Okay, and then looking at those two, are they equivalent? Because the little I saw you a couple of times and you're very inspirational, and now that you mentioned you're Baptist, I can see you just get into it. So in those 2 years, how was it? Was it just about you and your putting over your thing, as you just said, based on the judges? Or was it an inner self?
I ain't singing no song or doing nothing that I don't believe in. And once I believe in it, I will give it my all. Understand? It could be a song with meager lyrics, but once I believe in the song, I am going to give it my all. Or in anything else that I do, I give it my all. I don't have time to waste, life too short.
Okay. Now, on the mover basis, do you have any interaction besides her and Delia?
Mover has been good to me. Mover has been good to me. To have to say I had interactions with Mover on the whole. No, our here Harringdale Street had, they had football teams. We would go up, we would support the football in Mover, but mainly supporting Harringdale Street. As I tell you, I represented Mover in Best Village. Right. And I was one that was very instrumental in keeping sports and things in Harringdale Street for the youth of Harringdale Street. Now we don't have the amount of youth again to do something like that, because we sit and reminisce sometimes on that. But Mover is very close to my heart because I grew up in Mover, and Mover has been good to me. Mover has been supporting me from Best Village to now. The minute I stepped out there, Mover was there with Sandra from then till now. So I can't complain, and as I said, Mover is very dear to my heart.
Did you ever perform at the Mover Community Center? Was it there when you came? Yeah, it must
as
have
a
been
matter
there.
of fact, as I was telling you, about to tell you before, when we started the Best Village group, we had no home. We had a makeshift shed up in Almond Drive there that we would use. And through Mr. Scarrett, we ended up...
Which Scarrett is that?
Mover, Scarrett is the name, yes. From Mover Center, I think he was the caretaker of Mover Center. Scarrett.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know it's some kind of Rex. Mr. Scarrett, and yeah, we used Mover Community Center for about 5 years.
Okay, so that helped in the development, your development.
Yes, it helped the development of the Best Village. It also helped my development because we had a place somewhere to practice and somewhere to showcase our wares. We did even the little things in the center there, like we kept little tea parties and things as fundraisers for the group and the center. But as a matter of fact, I was particularly upset when I saw the center being demolished. Reason for that saying, and it was so blatant as a governmental thing, because all you had to do was refurbish the center, in my estimation. Refurbish the center. You didn't have to break it down and then there was nothing. People, I can remember there were so many classes taking place there, and they said they're breaking down the center because they put in this place in Coconut Drive, which I refer to as
the center school, yeah.
No, Coconut Drive itself, there's a big thing there, I used to call it the pink elephant.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? As you reach down and you turn right, it's like on the left there. I think there's some kind of process or something going on there right now, which I find doesn't make no sense. And it was done not only in Mover. A lot of other areas that had community centers, they demolished the centers, yes, and put up these buildings, pink buildings. I used to call them pink elephants. And now most of them defunct. So.
You made a mention about Calypso not being Trinidadian. Could you elaborate on that?
Calypso is not just a Trinidad thing. Calypso is an African thing. We used to use the same Calypso as communication from plantation to plantation. And in the nights when all the slaves gather in the little huts or whatever, and they glorify the little self, and it's Calypso they will sing. That's what Calypso comes from.
Okay, and the next thing is, you just mentioned United Sisters.
United Sisters. Lady B, who is now deceased, Tigress, who resides in Orlando, Marvelous Marva, and Singing Sandra, who resides in Trinidad. Yes, I was a part of United Sisters. As a matter of fact, we always backing each other and whatever. And I was, at that time, I was on extensive tour with the Mighty Sparrow. And one of the Mighty Sparrow's managers, which was Mr. Cyril Shaw, a Guyanese, who's now deceased, rest in peace, Mr. Shaw, we love you forever. And he decided why, I tell him, I said, well, Mr. Shaw, I get all the work and thing, and them girls and them there, and they doing nothing. And he said, so well, we put a little thing together. Then those days we doing like Netherlands Antilles, like Sabre, St. Eustatius, St. Martin, all about there. And Lady B was unable to go because of her job at the time. And Marvelous Martha, Tigress and I, we went, and when we left here as Calypso Supremes. And the name United Sisters was really given to us by Ella Handel, who was also supposed to be like the big sister of United Sisters, but that never materialized. But that's how United Sisters began.
And for me, I think I heard it with the, was around Ronnie, or I remember coming down here and
Well, before we did the
back to front
thing,
and all kind of things.
No, we didn't back to front.
Alright, okay.
Before that, we won the Trinidad and Tobago leg of Song Festival with a song penned by the deceased Lady B entitled I'm a Tyler Woman. And went on to St. Lucia and we placed second in St. Lucia. But that year the first three places went to Trinidad, first, second and third. And the Mo Donkey thing, well, to be honest, when the first time I heard the song, I didn't like it. I went down to the studio night by Kenny Phillips, and I found the song was monotonous in terms of just hold up.
Yeah.
But when the music started to form, then I think that's what gripped me, that the music was so infectious. You know, and fell in love with the song. And my brother Ronnie McIntosh had his donkey, which he had no horns in it, just percussions. And when he heard our donkey, he went back in the studio and put horns in it, but it was too late. Like, by the time he was in the studio, the other donkey was galloping going. Kind of too. And well, to be honest, the song started by me saying Ronnie Donkey Cock, and Ronnie Donkey really gave up. You know,
Just, you know, say okay, you know, but, you know, everything, you know, this happen nice. So it's kind of glad to, and then the titles, yeah, stressing you the whole woman to into.
They give all of that now. Now, you ask me years, we carry on that.
Just one little thing, any part of Laventille?
Laventille what?
Any part we didn't do, you did the school, the Rose, the business school, yeah. How does Laventille, you know, we love you in over, but how does
Laventille just the same because I was born Desperado and I don't compromise when it comes to pan. Anybody that know me, tell you Sandra is Desperados, Desperados or nothing. Win, lose or draw, or disqualify. Sandra is Desperados. Everybody knew that.
Okay.
Right? My mother was Desperados, my father was All-Stars. After Desperados, All-Stars. And then Renegades. That's the way it goes. No further than that. I lived here all these years and never supported Solo Harmonites once. Not that I don't like them, but not my... I so.
So about Harmonites?
I never really supported this one. To say support them.
Yeah, I mean,
I put them down, but I so. And I make no apology. None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
Alright, okay, so you come back. Maybe I asked the wrong question. Maybe I shouldn't ask the Laventille. Maybe I shouldn't ask the Laventille question then, because
I got another part of me people know.
Yeah,
and all you know we win this year. Yes.
Yeah, well, I was gonna hit you just now in between, but you already say we lose or draw, suspended or disqualified.
99, Singing Sandra won National Calypso Monarch, Desperados won Panorama.
So that was happy.
That was double victory for me.
So did you go up and perform
I had the opportunity of performing with West Indian Tobacco Desperados at the Apollo Theater in Harlem, New York.
What year?
I can't remember the year. But
was it after you won the Monarch?
No, I can't remember. No, it was with and Sparrow and I.
But even so, I performed like 3 years ago.
That's representing Trinidad and Tobago? Was it?
No, Desperados had a performance. Sparrow had a performance. Desperados had a performance, and Desperados was the accompanying band. And I also sang with them. There was a thing at QRC a few years ago where I also performed with Desperados. And you know, like every year I used to use a pan man on stage with me, and it would always be a man from Desperados. So you know.
Oh boy, we had to work on that, we had to work on that.
No, we
had to work on that.
Listen to me, all you will work on that till they turn stone. That will never ever change. You know what they used to call my mother? Desperados Melda. Say no more.
Yeah?
Desperados Melda. That was my mother. So say no more.
Alright.
And she rested.
Okay, so it's not really your fault then.
No, it's my fault. It's not my fault. But I love it. I'm glad. I love it. I love Desperados with a passion. You know? But
well, see, it's luckily because I get the part that you perform with as well, and I didn't get that before.
Yes.
That's okay.
And I have had many titles that are telling me that you remember here the mark down somewhere in Friday. I know all documented, but it's which part to go and get that now. I won.
Well, I give it 2 days.
I won. The what?
I give it 2 days to go and get people work.
Not this weekend, this Easter weekend.
Yeah, alright, okay.
This Easter weekend, another weekend.
Yeah, I know, I'm in Trinidad.
But not only that, tomorrow, me and home, I gone from all this time tomorrow morning. I gone because our church our procession tomorrow, please God. That is Saturday, I'm going south by a friend. Sunday, I have my cousin getting married. Monday, we have an after wedding family line.
Monday is a holiday here too?
Monday is Easter Monday, yes.
Yeah, it's not a holiday. So. Okay.
So as I said, I won National Calypso Monarch. 2003, I won National Calypso Monarch and the Calypso Queen. Both titles in the same year. 2003, I won.
When does is within the same season? It's 2 competitions within the same carnival season, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I won Calypso Queen of the World in St. Martin, Calypso Queen of the Universe in Dominica.
Is that all, Sandra? Thanks.
You're most welcome and thank
I wasn't
you
sure you would have done it, you know.
Why?
I don't know. What's your official name? I mean, your official
My
name.
name is Sandra Des Vignes-Millington.
Sandra Andrea Des Vignes,
which is maiden Millington by marriage.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds like a real celebrity.
A.K.A. Singing Sandra, A.K.A. Mother.
Okay, so thanks for the old time, and now Mavis can strangle me because. And I told her, you know, I said Mavis, it's not gonna happen, you know. I say I can't. I'm not going for a story. I can go all day.
Listen, I have traveled. Calypso has taken me to South Africa. Calypso has taken me to Ghana. Calypso has taken me all over England. Calypso has taken me all about. So I meet all kind of people. All about. You know, some people. One thing that I don't like is someone is coming to interview you, and you become the interviewer, and the person becomes the interviewee. You know, if we do an interview, we converse, we talk, this opportunity, and then you do the other.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna get the best of me. Come to interview me to find out about me.
Yeah.
So this is me.
That's
who I am. That's how I talk. That's how I like me.
And again, more you get comfortable, and again more. Because you didn't give me Ghana and all that just now.
It's not that being comfortable, it's just them things now coming back, I know, you know. I mean them things it's all part of the journey.
That's what that's what good too.
It's all part of the journey.
Okay, so we can't steelpan.
Can't touch that. Steelpan and Sparrow, don't touch that.
But it's alright, Ebonites coming back.
Ebonites could listen to me, I wish them well. They could come. They could stay, they could fly, they could win Panorama. I wish them well. doesn't deter me in no way, or detour me, sorry,
Yeah.
in no way to Desperados.
Yeah, I know that's what supporters
God's been my
yeah.
life where I've always tell everybody who ever to bury me when I'm dead, if it's one pan man from Desperados that play my funeral, and I tell them that.
Anyone,
Anyone.
but you want the top.
Once it's from Desperados, me care. All of them are the top. Now nobody at the bottom in Desperados. Listen to me. Desperados is the only steel orchestra, all the others is steel, man. I get it straight.
Oh gosh, we're going
No
deep.
apologies.
We're going deep there, boy. I don't know if I can come out of this
No
one.
apologies.
This one going deeper and deeper and deeper.
No apologies. I ain't for you.
Yeah.
I ain't for
Okay.
you.
Well, I'll try to be official. I want to thank you for giving me the interview, and we'll probably see it on YouTube in a couple of weeks.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for considering me. Thank you for the respect of my music. And yes, I love Morvant. Morvant is very dear to my heart, and will do almost anything to see Morvant come back to what it used to be. Morvant.
So see you in the opening of the community center.
God's willing,
God's
all
willing.
depends on Him.
Yeah.